Maybe you were scrolling through the YouTube and you saw this video title, maybe you saw the thumbnail. It said, these guys moved from Florida to Maui, back to Florida? Are they crazy? Well, maybe just a little. So yeah, we were in the Lakewood Ranch area for about 5 years. We've been on Maui for just about 5 years. And yes, we're headed back to Lakewood Ranch. So be sure to stick around, I'm gonna tell you all about it. Well, maybe not all about it. Definitely give you the 5 reasons that we decided to move back. But first things first, let's take one final look at this magnificent island. And just a heads up, when you hear number 5 on our list, you might believe that we are crazy. See you in Florida. And just like that, with the wonder of editing, I'm in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. You would never guess, because right now it is 51 degrees. Definitely not on Maui anymore. But yeah, what were we talking about? We were talking about why I would possibly move from Florida to Maui and back to Florida. Great question. Let's just cut right to the chase. It's family. I've done hundreds of videos talking about why people move from Maui. It's always financial or family, and Jessica and I were no exception. So my entire family lives in Florida. My mom, my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, his family, they're all here. They're not getting any younger. It's taking a toll for sure. Jessica's family, they live in Virginia, not too far away. My best friend lives in Lakewood Ranch with his family. The vast majority of our friends, they all live on the East Coast. It is just far from Maui. And yeah, we missed them. Simple as that. It's the big reason that we moved. Okay, so that was reason number 1 why we moved. Second reason, we do a lot of traveling for real estate. We're with Tom Ferry Coaching. He has 2 big events a year that we definitely go to. There's lots of other smaller events that we would love to go to. It's far. Our brokerage, Real Broker, has a big event that we go to every year. I've been going to Vid Summit, which is a YouTube conference put on by Daryl Eves, who probably knows more about YouTube than YouTube does, as well as Mr. Beast. Great learning experience. It is a big deal to travel, let me tell you about it. So most of these are 3-day conferences, and because of flight schedules and time change, we tend to leave for those events 2 days before the event. Because of the flight schedules, we usually cannot leave the day the events wrap up, so we wind up spending another night so we can leave the next morning, which means that we are staying for an additional 3 extra nights. Now, up until recently, we had 2 dogs, which means that we paid a dog sitter and a house sitter for 6 days. Those extra days are 3 additional nights of hotels and of food and of Ubering. And it's not that we don't have the money, it winds up being very, very, very expensive. And we're away from our business for 6 days. There's a ton more events that we want to go to if it wasn't so difficult to travel. Simple as that. Reason number 2 why we moved from Maui back to Florida. All right, reason number 3 why we moved from Florida to Maui back to Florida. It's options. Options are good. Options for restaurants, options for sports. We're not big sports fans, but guess what? We've got the Tampa Bay Bucks, we have the Tampa Bay Bolts, we have the Tampa Bay Rays, we have the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Maui has awesome volleyball, awesome college football, no professional sports. Options for housing. I can tell you firsthand, we're in real estate. The options for housing are limited. There's not enough housing, there's not enough affordable housing, there's not enough housing for local families, Hawaiians. Terrible situation. In Lakewood Ranch, there's probably 15 neighborhoods just in Lakewood Ranch with new construction at just about every price point. You can find something for $200,000, you can find something for $10 million. Options are good. Speaking of options, you know what else we like? We love music. And Hawaii's got some phenomenal musicians. And we saw a lot of concerts. We saw some famous people too. We just saw Willie Nelson right before we left. But I'm talking about like stadium shows, like 15,000 people, 80,000 people. We missed that. And because we're close to Tampa and St. Pete, we have the option to go see lots of concerts. So, simple as that. Reason number 3 that we moved. Options are good. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, I am on Main Street in Lakewood Ranch. The Christmas tree, it's still up. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? It's cold, did I tell you that? 51 degrees. So, reason number 4 that we moved. I really wanted to do this one on location. I'll tell you about it, and down the road I'll do a separate video about it. You would think that being on an island chain in the middle of the Pacific Ocean would be fantastic for fishing. That's right, fishing. Hawaii has some of the best fish in the entire world. Mahi-mahi, ahi, ono, so many good fish. Opaka-paka. Catching fish, not so easy. Can you catch them from the shore? Yeah, you can throw out a line, sit around for 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, hope to catch fish. You can go out on a charter boat, which is great, expensive to do all the time. I didn't have a boat. We didn't have a boat. Kayak fishing is pretty awesome, definitely different than Florida. You can go out 100 feet and that water can be 200 feet deep. You probably need outriggers. It's just not the same. Now, fishing in Florida, we did a lot of fishing before we left here, a lot of fishing and a lot of catching. You can catch fish right from the shore. Redfish, snook, snapper, flounder, whiting, mackerel. You think I'm crazy? I might be crazy. We missed the fishing. Moved here within 3 days of moving here. Got a fishing pole, got a line, ready to go fishing. Probably gonna get a kayak, started to look at them already. Jessica and I, we're ready to catch. We moved from Florida to Maui, back to Florida, because man, we missed fishing. What do you think about that? Okay, for those of you playing along, this was number 5. 5th reason why we moved from Florida to Maui, back to Florida. Now, I know I said from the very beginning that you're probably gonna think I'm crazy. I can assure you, those first 4 reasons, no, not really that crazy. But the 5th one might be the topper. But I can assure you, this reason, not as important as family and friends, but it's legit. Yep, we're going in there. All right, so here we go. That's an oyster. We love oysters. I can easily eat a dozen oysters. I could probably eat 2 dozen oysters. I could probably eat 3 if it wasn't unhealthy to eat 3 dozen oysters. I know, you're thinking I'm crazy. On Maui, oysters, they're $6, sometimes $7 each. Let's do the math real quick. That's $72 a dozen. Let me say that again, $72 a dozen. So we're here at happy hour, that's why they're $1.50, but normally, they're $25 for a dozen. I can eat 2 dozen at $25 a dozen. Oh, and by the way, 2 for 1 beer. Been waiting years for that. So good. So today we're at Pincher's. We like Anna Maria Oyster Bar. They're good. Do me a favor, drop a comment down below. Where else do we need to go to get some oysters here in the Lakewood Ranch area?
So not only are the oysters on happy hour, they have peel and eat shrimp and steamed clams, 99 cents each, so you're never gonna get a dozen of those. They also have chicken wings for $1.50 each. They're delicious here. I'm actually having one of my favorite soups here because it's kind of chilly. It is the corn and crab chowder. It's delicious. So that's what we're having today, and I'm so excited to chow down on this.
So that's it in a nutshell. I know a lot of you reached out wondering if there was anything sinister while we moved. Nothing sinister, have absolutely nothing bad to say about our experience on Maui. It was really phenomenal. Phenomenal if you watch our channel. We dropped 750 videos to our YouTube channel there. We are excited to do the same here in Lakewood Ranch. We're excited for you to get to know us. We're excited for us to get to know you. We really intend to be your go-to real estate agent here in the Lakewood Ranch area. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more about living in Lakewood Ranch. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.